How's it going, ladies and gentlemen? This is your guy Ejected, coming back at you for another Call of Duty Mobile video. Now in this Call of Duty Mobile video, I want to teach you guys how to play aggressive in COD Mobile, because we all know there's going to be a huge SMG buff next season. It's going to be chaotic, so I want you guys to get an upper hand over the rest of the competition. If you guys enjoy this type of content, make sure you guys subscribe, and also don't forget to leave a like if you guys like this type of face cam intro, because I personally love it. And before we continue with the video, I'm going to ask one more thing. What do you guys prefer? The purple background or like a more red background? You know, I want to hear your guys' opinions. So yeah, thank you guys so much for the recent support. Let's try to get 50k by the end of the month. Yeah, without further ado, hopefully you guys enjoy the rest of the video, and I'll be signing out. Peace out. Now, before we go into any advanced tips, let's go over the perks. Now, the first perk, probably one of the most important ones, is lightweight, because it gives you that 10% movement speed boost. And then you want to have a flak jacket class just in case there's a lot of thermite spammers. Now, for the green perks, we have quick fix. This is probably the most important perk out of all the ones, because when you kill one person, you automatically regen, basically giving you a huge advantage when you're going to be going against the enemy team. Also, you're going to want to have cold-blooded or ghost, because cold-blooded, when there's enemy score streaks, you're going to be pretty much invisible when it comes to that. And now for the blue perks, dead silence, it's not really much for respawns, but I like to run it just in case. And then for the last blue perk, just in case you don't want to run dead silence, you want to use high alert, because you can see when there's an enemy on your side. Now, for my sensitivities, I usually like to run high sensitivities. Again, it's all personal preference. I'm a main submachine gun user, if you guys know my content. But if you have your own sensitivities, you're going to want to match your camera sensitivities and your fire sensitivities. I don't know why. It's just that's what I normally do, and I recommend you guys to do that as well. Now, for the guns for aggressive players, we have the QQ9. Now, we don't really need to talk about why the QQ9 is for aggressive players. If you guys know anything about ranked, it pretty much self-explains itself. Now, for the next gun is going to be the QXR. The QXR is actually a really good submachine gun when you play aggressive. You're going to see later on in the video why is that. It has good ammo, good ADS bullet spread, and it's just very good when you want to get into people's faces. And now, probably the best gun in the game, in my opinion, and a lot of pros' opinions, is the PP19 Bison. I don't really need to explain much. As a high mag size, AR range, high ADS. It's just a very good gun to use, and I highly recommend all of you guys to use it. And if you guys are an AR user, make sure you guys use a DRH. It's by far the best AR in the game. It's a 3-shot, hit the upper bodies, and that's going to be your aggressive gun. One more thing I forgot to mention, the score streaks that I use and that you should be using if you want to know how to play aggressive, is you want to use a UAV. That's basically self-explanatory. Shock RC is basically a free kill, and a counter UAV basically blinds the enemy in the minimap. Basic tip before we get into the advanced how to play aggressive in Call of Duty Mobile tips is play like they are the best players in COD Mobile. When you play, I want you guys to sweat. I want you guys to play like you're going against Tribe. You're going against one of the best teams in COD Mobile. Pretend your opponents are godlike. You're in a tournament, because that's the mindset you're going to want to have when you play aggressive. When you play aggressive, you're not going to be playing, you know, nice little slow, playing passively. No, when you're aggressive, you want to get into people's faces. You want to show them who is boss. You want to show them you own this map. Like, if this video reaches 5,000 likes, I'm going to be doing a how to play aggressive for search and destroy. So make sure you guys hit that like button if you guys want to see search and destroy how to play aggressive. Now that we got the basic tips out of the way, now let's go into the advanced tips. Now, the first advanced tip I have here is the map spawns. Now, look, you cannot be good at playing aggressive if you don't know how the map spawns work. Look, in hardpoint, the spawns are all over the place. Usually, it's kind of predictable if you guys play enough. Domination is self-explanatory. When the enemy's on A, they're usually going to be spawning around A unless you're really close in their spawn, because you want to watch the spawn flip. Look, the minimap is basically going to tell you a lot. When your teammates are on one side a lot, it's a pretty good determining factor that the enemy is going to be in the opposite side. A lot of people like to ask me, Ejected, how do I know where the enemies are spawning? And the minimap is the free answer to that, because it's kind of self-explanatory. And if you know where the enemies spawn and you kind of have that information ready to go, you're going to know how to maneuver the map. You're going to know how to use your movement to your advantage, and you're going to know how to win. Now, for the next tip I have here is use cover to your advantage. Look, when you're playing aggressive, you're going to be in the enemy spawn a lot. So you're going to want to use your cover to your advantage, because it's going to be you versus 2 to 3 people, and you want to minimize that as much as possible, and your cover is your best friend. When you're low, stop taking the gunfight. Go take cover, reload your gun, anticipate a push, ego challenge when you're feeling the ego challenge. By the way, an ego challenge is when you're low and you're going to expect them to push, and then you slide and you kill them. It's pretty hard to do. It's an advanced tip, but you want to know when to do these certain things. And again, cover is your best friend. Like I like to say, my subscribers know this, hug walls. Again, it's going to throw the enemies off, and you could even get network advantage doing this. If you guys made it this far in the video, comment down below Moonstone, and I will heart your comment. Thank you guys so much. Bonus tip I have for you guys is use this movement technique that I am using on the screen to your advantage when you're using a Bison or a high mobility SMG, because it could throw the enemy off guard, and it's a really good technique that a lot of people don't use. So that is the bonus tip. Thank you guys for sticking for this long in the video. video. Now for the next tip I have here is do not play in the middle of the map. Look, when you're playing aggressive, I want you guys to play in the sides of the map. Look, Call of Duty Mobile has a lot of 3-lane maps. Play in the sides because in the middle of the map, that's where usually most of the actions come. So if you guys want to get those kills, you're going to want to play and isolate people. When you're playing aggressive, you want to go into as many 1v1s as possible because I'm going to be honest with you, a lot of 1v2s don't really work out because there's going to be 2 people shooting at you. So you're going to want to isolate people, and the best way to isolate people successfully is by playing in the sides of the map. And if you're running a suppressor or probably ghost, you're going to be almost impossible to track down. So you're going to want to play in the sides of the map if you want to die a lot less. Another tip I have for you guys, and I see a lot of people do this, is when you're shooting at someone and they're low, a lot of people like to chase that person down. But a reason why that is not very good and it could lead you to more deaths is because when you're usually fighting an enemy, usually there's 2 or 3 people around that same enemy when you haven't got that 1v1 encounter. So you got to be really careful when you guys push certain people, especially when they're low, because usually a teammate's going to come in and save them. So you're going to want to be very careful because look, when you die and when you play aggressive, that could take your whole vibe away and it could take away your whole momentum. Playing aggressive is all about momentum, and you don't want anyone or anything to take that away to ruin your flow because it's all about flow state. A underrated tip that a lot of people don't really talk about is having an escape route. Now, having an escape route basically is when you're really low and there's like 2 people chasing after you, after you're on a high streak, you want to have a route already in your mind to escape to. Probably have a smoke even, you know, like a smoke grenade, so you could kind of escape out of that area and take cover. And when they're pushing you, they're going to be at a disadvantage because you already took cover and your teammates are already probably going to be there to back you up. So you guys always want to have an escape route, already have 2 options at all times depending on the situation. You always want to be 1 step ahead of the enemy almost every encounter. Another tip I have for you guys is when you are gonna start a round in domination or hard point, make sure you guys get to certain locations first, but be careful because you don't want to go against 2 or 3 people, but you're gonna have quick fix to kind of back you up in that situation. The reason I say this is because you don't want to get spawn trapped, because look, when you're getting spawn trapped as an aggressive player, you're kind of done. You kind of takes your vibe away, kind of takes your whole flow, and having flow state in Call of Duty Mobile when you're playing aggressive is very, very essential. And that is why a lot of YouTubers, including me and a lot of pro players, they tend to go on high streaks because they're on a continuous streak. You want to make the enemy have negative momentum when they're going to be pushing you. Basically, you're going to get more kills, more streaks, helping your teammates out, take those advantages, and getting your game sense and your gun skill much higher than the average Call of Duty Mobile player. I believe in you guys, and if you guys master and practice these tips, you will easily become a very, very good aggressive player in Call of Duty Mobile. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching till the end. If you guys enjoyed this video, don't forget to leave a like as always. Comment finish if you did finish. And yeah, thank you all so much. I am signing out. Hopefully have a great rest of your day, and peace out.